Ishnudaldiek.
Innkeeper Ilaria. Welcome to my inn, weary traveler.
Goddess watch over you.
When we arrived in the Wyrmweald, the Wyrm cultists were keeping themselves to Blackwing Coven, through the tunnel to the west. But now, they are encroaching upon us here. I need you to find the Wyrmcultist's overseer. He's known to make a regular patrol between their various camps in the Wyrmweald. Negotiate with him. Let him know that there's room for compromise, but that we will not condone or allow the wholesale slaughter of the wildlife, nor the felling of all of the trees.
Overseer Ngar.
The Blade's Edge Mountains are a place of great opportunity. How unfortunate that some deem themselves above all others on matters that pertain to taking advantage of such opportunities. Who do the Cenarian expedition think they are to tell us what we can and cannot do here?
I don't have a target.
Negotiations. Negotiations. Allow me to make our stance perfectly clear. We are a free people, able to do whatever we want and come and go as we please. The Cenarian expedition does not own this mountain range. There will be no negotiations. Now, go back to the Druids and tell them that we will continue to do as we please.
Greetings, traveler.
A time for negotiation. Tree Warden Sean.
What? They dismissed you and our proposals out of hand? This is outrageous. We go to them in good faith, and they turn you away without even trying to come to a compromise. Well, we'll see about that.
Peace, friend.
And a time for action.
We will not stand idly by while they decimate the Wyrmweald around us. Our first priority must be to the trees. Warrior, I want you to go back out into the Weald and deliver a very different message for us. I want you to slay every one of their hewers that you come into contact with. If they will not listen to reason, perhaps they will listen to a more assertive method of persuasion.
Objectives. Slay 10 Wyrmcult hewers.
We shall meet again.
Sounds fine.
Well met.
Samaya Inkling. Poaching from Poachers. Pardon me, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Sean. I'd like to help. I'm studying the Blackwing Coven, and helping the Druids in their dealings with them. I am very interested in acquiring a few of their dragon whelps. It would help us to gauge exactly what we're up against by understanding that which they revere. But first, we're going to need to acquire some nets. I noticed that the Wyrmcult poachers out in the Wyrmskull have an abundance of them. Objectives: collect 5 Wyrmcult nets.
Farewell.
Wyrmcult Net W, excellent craftsmanship.
Did you get the note?
The cultist dropped this note, which apparently was to be delivered to Overseer Noir. It is signed by someone named Kalphai's Darkscale. It is likely that Tree Warden Chan will be interested in looking at this.
Objectives: deliver the meeting note to Tree Warden Chan at Evergrove in the Blade's Edge Mountains.
I can't attack that.
attack that target. Get closer. It's too far away.
We will not stand idly by while they decimate the Ryuan wield around us. Our first priority must be to the trees. Warrior, one want you to go back out into the wield and deliver a very different message for us. I want you to slay every one of their viewers that you come into contact with. If they will not listen to reason, perhaps they will listen to a more assertive method of one persuasion. Pardon me, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Chon. I'd like to help. I'm studying the Blackwing Coven, and helping the druids in their dealings with them. I am very interested in acquiring a few of their dragon whelps. It would help us to gauge exactly what we're up against by understanding that which they revere. But first, we're going to need to acquire some nets. One noticed that the Wyrmcult poachers out in the Wyrmskull have an abundance of them. The cultist dropped this note, which apparently was to be delivered to Overseer Noir. It is signed by someone named Kalphai's Darkscale. It is likely that Tree Warden Chon will be interested in looking at this.
What brings you here?
Tree Warden Chon.
We've come to the Wyrmskull to see if we can re-establish the balance of nature to these mountains. The interference of the Araco and the Wyrmcult is making this a difficult task, however. Luckily, there are those like you and Samai that are willing to lend us a hand.
I've been...
And a time for action.
Thank you, Splayer. While we'll see to it that the wildlife will replenish itself in quick order, regrowing the trees, especially in a natural fashion, is a much more time-intensive process.
Go in peace.
Did you get the note?
What's that you have there? Is that a blood stain on that note?
Peace, friend.
This is interesting, but disturbing. I wonder if Samaya knows who this Kalphai's Darkscale is?
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Samaya, do you know who Kalphai's Darkscale is? Yes, he's the second in command of the Wyrmcult at the Blackwing Coven to the west.
Wyrmskull Watcher.
I'm not certain what we should do. I'm not much of a military planner. Watcher Moonshade will know what to do. He's heading up our defensive efforts at the Wyrmskull tunnel to the west at the end of Wyrmskull Bridge. We have a force out there just in case the cultists try anything funny. Please, take the note to him with all due haste.
Objectives. Deliver the meeting note to Watcher Moonshade at the entrance of the Wyrmskull tunnel in the Blade's Edge Mountains.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Hello.
Samaya Inkling. Poaching from Poachers. How's the procurement of nets coming along? From what I've seen, those nets that the poachers use should be strong enough for the task at hand.
What can I do for you?
Oh, those look splendid. These cultists certainly have an eye for craftsmanship. Too bad for them that it's misdirected. And now that we have the nets, would you be willing to help little old me with a thing or two?
Hey there.
Whelps of the Wyrmcult. I need to examine the whelps that they are raising at the Blackwing Coven. There should be an abundance of them flying around inside their cavernous base, as well as a number of eggs, which if you get close to them will likely hatch. Please, Splayer, take the net and capture a handful of them alive for me. Find them by heading west across the Wyrmskull Bridge and heading through the Wyrmskull Tunnel. Follow the path to its end past Grisnath and the Raven's Wood. Objectives. Use the Black Whelp net to capture 10 Wyrmcult Black Whelps.
Safe travels.
There is one more Gronn to be slain, Soulgrinder. He keeps himself hidden away. But Tyr is a way to coax him forth. He was trained by an ogre warlock known as Wyrmskull the Vile, whose grimoire you must retrieve. Wyrmskull must be summoned by standing within a fire ring at his circle. Find Wyrmskull's circle in the mountains, to the northeast, near the Broken Wilds. Have you summoned forth Wyrmskull the Vile and taken the grimoire from his dead clutches? I hesitate to even touch such a tainted thing of evil. Yet read it we must if we are to glean what knowledge it contains and bring forth Skullock from his hiding place.
Into the Soulgrinder.
The grimoire is the key to Skullock's downfall. Read aloud from the book at Soulgrinder's barrow to initiate the ritual. An object known as the Soulgrinder will appear, as well as Skullock's ghostly victims, who will try to destroy it. You must keep them from doing so long enough to force Skullock fully into the world. Find the barrow by heading north through the Daggermaw Canyon on the other side of the Circle of Blood. It is on the right side before Gruul's lair. Bring back Skullock's soul.
Objectives. Collect Skullock's soul.
Certainly.
This is bad news. Gorgrum the Dragon Eater is behind the recent Blood Maul plans against Sylvanar. Why he's manipulating them, and not just using the Blade Spear, I don't know. But if we're to deal with the Gronn, we're going to need help. I know a man who is wise in the ways of all sorts of exotic magics. Baron Sablemane is his name, and you can find him at the Circle of Blood, back down the ramp to the northwest, and then southwest through the canyon. Ask him to fashion us a trap for the Gronn.
Pay the Baron a visit. Baron Sablemane.
Ah, an envoy from the vaunted alliance. Tell me, lackey, why is it that you are here, begging me for this thing, instead of your illustrious commander? Could it be that he is afraid of me? It says something about you that you are not, but I haven't quite decided yet what that is.
Into the Churning Gulch.
Very well, I'll create this trap, but first I want something in return. There happens to be a nearby Gronn that is in possession of an item that I want, but you can't face him, not yet anyway. So, you and I are going to fashion a sleeping powder from the poison of the nearby crust bursters. You'll find them in the Churning Gulch to the southwest. Bring me a number of their glands, and be quick about it.
Objectives. Collect 7 crust burster venom glands.
Uh-huh. Attack that. I'm out of range. It's too far away. Can't attack that target. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. attack that target. It's too far away. Attack that. Excellent!
Into the Churning Gulch. Baron Sablemane.
You have all of the venom glands? If not, begone and waste no more of my time until you do. Very well. A simple, if mundane, task has been completed. Now, hand me the glands and I will perform the difficult part.
Goodnight, Gronn.
I've outdone myself again. I've fashioned a sleeping powder for you to use on Grolok, the Gronn I spoke of who is guarding what I want. Grolok keeps himself at the Cursed Hollow, an area at the eastern edge of Dragon's End on the other side of the Circle of Blood. If I were you, I wouldn't tarry long once you have his sack. The effects of the dust won't last long.
Objectives. Collect Grolok's sack.
Baron Sablemane, there. It is completed.
Sounds fine.
LVE outdone myself again. I've fashioned a sleeping powder for you to use on Grolok, the Gronn I spoke of who is guarding what I want. Grolok keeps himself at the Cursed Hollow, an area at the eastern edge of Dragon's End on the other side of the Circle of Blood. If I were you, I wouldn't tarry long once you have his sack. The effects of the dust won't last long. One El Grolok Saki, whatever's in it, it feels powerful.
Outstanding!
Tell her to use the druids for that.
Good night, Gronn. Baron Sablemane.
You are before me again, warrior. This must mean that you've procured the sack out from underneath Grolok's nose.
Baron Sablemane peers inside the Gronn's sack and seems satisfied.
Very well, you have upheld your end of the bargain. And now, I will gift your commander Stonewall with the trap.
It's a trap.
There's nothing more that I hate in this world than the sons of Gruul and their father. They slaughtered my people, and my children, and now I will have a taste of revenge. I have fashioned a trap from some dragon fire, and if you're clever enough, you might just be able to use it to kill a Gronn. I'm sure that you have a particular Gronn in mind, it matters not to me which one you kill. Just hurry, take the trap to your commander Stonewall. My thirst for revenge must be quenched.
Objectives. Deliver the Dragon Fire Trap to Commander Heffa Stonewall at Evergrove in the Blade's Edge Mountains.
Dragonfire Trap S. Ouch. It's hot to the touch.
How kind of you.
It's a trap. Commander Heffa Stonewall.
Did the Baron fashion us a trap? One powerful enough to kill a Gronn?
No!
A trap fashioned from the essence of dragon flame? I wonder how Sablemane comes by such rarefied substances? It does not matter. What does matter is that we are going to use it to slay a son of Gruul.
How are you?
Keep your feet on the ground!
No.